We've been told in the literature that we read on health that we should be drinking about 8-ounce glasses of water per day, which is fine if you weigh about 130 pounds. Now, in the naturopathic line of thinking, you should drink 1/2 your body weight in ounces of water per day. So if you stand on the scale, and let's say it says 120 pounds, you would take 120, divide it by 2, and your total water intake for you, for your body weight for the day, would be 60 ounces. Now obviously that's not enough for people who weigh more than 120 pounds. So that's why we just have to do an individual factoring for each person. So step on the scale, divide the number in 2, and that's how much water ideally you should drink each day. That does not include coffee or tea or fruit drinks or sodas. Pure water. Those other drinks should be drunk in between your water. So here on the counter, I have pre-measured the water for the glasses that we have in our kitchen. And you see the shorter one here is an 8-ounce glass, 1 cup, and the one on the other side is a 16-ounce glass, or 2 cups. We need to drink 4 ounces of water for each hour that we have been resting. So if you've been resting, 6 hours, then your body needs 24 ounces of water to catch up. So that would mean that we would need a tall glass and a short glass. I pour myself 1 glass and I drink it. I pour myself another glass and I drink it. And then as soon as I'm finished with those 2 glasses of water, I do this exercise to help move the intestines and the water around the intestinal tract and to help the organs just to get loosened up for the day. The exercises I'm going to show you now are from this DVD called Tai Chi for Seniors. The reason I bought this DVD was because I'm very interested in learning Tai Chi, but most of the classes that I've tried to take just teach it too fast. And so I thought maybe this would help. So what I found when I started watching this is that there's a whole series of exercises that the instructor takes you through to loosen up your body. And so some of these are very helpful to do after you've drunk water in the morning to loosen up your body from resting and sleeping to kind of get it ready to move on with the day. So I'm going to demonstrate those now. And if you can do them for about 5 minutes, set 5 minutes on the timer after you drink your water. Well, you want to start like this, and the goal is to twist your midsection. So since we're all attached, everything else moves as well. So you want to just be conscious of moving your core so that your organs have all that water in there, and it's just kind of sloshing through, and it's just kind of cleaning things up and carrying out waste. So we just twist back and forth like this. Respond with your feet, letting them pick up and down as you move. There's no stress here. You're just turning side to side, being conscious of your core, and then I'm going to have you reach up, and you want to reach up and stretch a little further, reach up and stretch a little further, reach up and stretch, like this. And then back the way you were. And you just go back and forth like that for about 5 minutes. And what you'll find as you go is that you start to breathe a little more deeply, which is always a good thing. So when you're getting close to the end of your 5 minutes, I'd like to encourage you to stop and do this. And just take your arms and push them backwards and let them fall forward. Push back, let fall. Push back, let fall. And the advantage of this is it really helps open up your lung cavity. And who couldn't use more oxygenation in their bloodstream first thing in the morning to get things going? And then as a final exercise, let's do a little tapping here on your thymus. So you just tap like this, just for a little bit. And what that will do is build your immune system. Just give it a little lift, and that's it. Here's one of the reasons that you need to drink as much water as I'm recommending that you drink, which is half your body weight in ounces per day. It's because your body organs go through a 24-hour cycle of rebuilding and cleansing. And in order for that to happen, your body has to have enough fluid that is water coming in so that it can properly flush and rebuild. So if you look at this chart, you'll see that we've got a 24-hour cycle. We'll start at the top here with 7 a.m. And every 2 hours, you have a different body organ or body system going through a rebuilding stage. So we're going to have a whole teaching on this in a different video, but I just wanted to show you the importance of why your body needs the water that it needs. Now it's obvious that when it comes into evening time, you don't want to be drinking a lot of water right before you go to bed because you want to sleep through the night. After I've drunk the water that I drink first thing in the morning, I measure out the rest of what I need for the rest of the day. And I put it in this pitcher and I leave it out on the counter, and it's a reminder to me when I come in and out of the kitchen throughout the day when I'm working to have a little glass of water. And if you have small amounts of water going in throughout the day, you'll find that you don't have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. But if you chug a whole bunch of water a few times a day, you'll find that a lot of it washes off. Similar to if you have a plant that you haven't watered in a long time and you go to pour water on it and the water just spills off the top and down into the tray, versus a plant that you do regularly water and the water goes straight into the soil. Just think of it that way. Your cells receive the water when you regularly drink water. However, when you don't drink water, and I used to be one of those, believe me, it took me a while to train myself to drink water. Your cells will eventually start to absorb the water instead of running it off all the time. But it takes a little time for that to happen, so be patient with yourself. And just know that your long-term goal is to equip your body to be able to rebuild each organ and organ system in a 24-hour cycle. Now I have some recommendations for how to keep it interesting. You probably know there are lots of different kinds of water to choose from to drink. Some people drink right out of the tap, some people buy bottled water, and there are many choices in that regard, from distilled water to reverse osmosis water to alkaline water. And the purpose of this talk isn't to have a discussion about those, but that's a whole other talk that we'll have another time. So in our family, we use a portable reverse osmosis unit, which is right here. And as you can see, I have it all hooked up. We're processing water today. And so I'm going to remove the casing off of here so you can see what it looks like on the inside. So these are all the filters that are necessary to remove all kinds of inorganic solids, chemicals, and other things from the water that you don't really want to drink. You want to drink as clean a water as possible because it is a big job to do in the body. I'm going to be providing a link with this talk so that you can go and read a very simple explanation about what each of those filters does, if this interests you. So what's happening is this is the processed water that we drink that has gone through the 3 filter system. And the water that's coming through here is what we do not drink. So it's just eliminated and back into the water supply. So I probably do this once a week. I process enough water for our family to drink in a week at a time. Now here's some other things that we do to keep water drinking interesting. Because it really is lovely to drink pure water. It tastes very good. And when people come over and drink the water, they say, "Oh, you have the best tasting water I've ever had," and they get all excited about it. However, we can make it even better. So over here on my cutting mat, I have cut up some different things that we can put in the water either all together or separately or in any combination. So we have, now we actually like these all in combination. So we have a half a lemon in slices, half a cucumber in slices, we have a small bunch of peppermint, and we have some ginger. So we just slice the ginger right off the ginger root here, and you can throw them in the water just like this, or this is how we also like to do it, is we'll take some of the ginger and cut it up in little clumps like this and put it in our garlic press, and we'll just press it right in, because ginger is just so good for you. Your stomach loves ginger. Ginger is a wonderful herb and food. So we can continue to do all of these, but you get the idea. So we simply take our little mixture here of vegetable and fruit, and we fill it up, the pitcher. And you can drink it immediately, or you can let the water sit overnight, and all of these flavors will meld together. And in the morning, you'll have a delicious water to drink after you've drunk your plain water first thing. Very important to drink your first water of the day plain, because when you drink water with lemon, lime, cucumbers, or anything else in it, your body interprets that as food coming down with the water. And so first thing in the morning, you want to drink plain water only. So this is a nice way to keep your blood sugar balanced throughout the day, is to drink water with fruits and vegetables in them, and it's very refreshing. Now, if this is not your kind of thing, where this is too labor intensive for you, I have 4 bottles of water that have been infused already. So this one is plain, and it's called rainwater. This water is all from Blue Ridge, Georgia, from a water spring there that has been adopted by Beyond Organic. All of the bottled water that Beyond Organic sells is in BPA-free plastic bottles, which means when you squeeze the plastic on the bottle, it doesn't do that crunchy thing. So, which means this is safe for humans to drink from, and you will not get the xenoestrogens from plastic that you will with other bottles. Okay, so this is the plain one. This is the fruit infused one. And this is the vegetable infused water. And this is called Awaken, and it's kind of a caffeine-y kind of a water without it being caffeinated. Now, one last thing about water before we end this segment, and that is when you go anywhere, you want to take a water bottle with you. If you don't take one of these with you, take one of these with you. These are also BPA-free bottles, so you can't even squeeze them. They're safe to drink from, and you don't get the chemicals, the leaching into them that you would from bottles that crackle when you move them. So fill up your water bottle with whatever it is you like, from infused water like this, or plain water right out of the pitcher, or whatever kind of water you drink. But just take this with you. You want to be conscious to drink water throughout the day. Wouldn't it be a great thing for your body if you adopted the habit of drinking about 3 to 4 ounces of water every 2 hours? That would just give your body ammunition that you didn't even know you had, so that it could do its job more efficiently, and you would be much healthier for it. And one last thing, there is one book that I would like to recommend called Your Body's Many Cries for Water. You're not sick, you're thirsty. And this is a really pretty good book. It's been around for a long time. It's recommended by a lot of naturopathic doctors and herbalists. And so this is just a good read for how to discover even more of the benefits of drinking water than what we've been able to go through here.